It's history behind the horrors 31 days of Halloween.
The Cursed Forest. Do not take this game lightly. This game will give you a feeling that every horror game should give you. The feeling I'm talking about is a little something called paranoia. Now, don't be mistaken, this isn't just a forest horror game where you just collect a certain amount of items and dodge one entity that's trying to kill you. Oh no, it goes way more deeper than that. Yes, there are items that you need to collect to finish this game, but there are more than just one type of enemy that will try to kill you in this game. What are those enemies? I can't tell you that much of this game without spoiling it, but there are a lot of different things that can kill you in a variety of different ways. Touching back on the paranoia part of this game will have you constantly looking behind you because of all the different noises that you will hear, and you will swear to God that something is following you or something is trying to kill you. Now, I will give away this little spoiler and say that sometimes something will be following you, and sometimes you will die because of what you thought was just paranoia turned out to be something really there that killed you. Paranoia is a huge factor in this game. Now, what do I mean by that? Enemies in this game aren't as dumb or predictable, I should say, as a lot of other enemies in other horror games I'm sure you've played in the past. Enemies in this game play off of your paranoia. Some things that look safe may turn out to be a death trap, and some things that turn out to look like a death trap might actually be safe. And some things that look safe may turn out to be safe, and some things that look like death traps could possibly be a death trap. But that's completely up to your judgmental skills. Now, everyone's different, so people judge things a little bit differently. This is an open forest, so you can go multiple different ways and meet different enemies at different times in different locations. Nothing has to be done in order, for the most part. Now, there's a good thing and then there's a bad thing about this game. The good thing is, even though this is a huge forest that is broken up into 4 sections, each section has a map. You just have to find it. Usually it'd be right there in your face. You just pick it up off of a tree or something, and it'll tell you how many pathways there are to each section, and then they will tell you what's to come. It won't tell you technically what's going to happen to you or how to get around it, but they will tell you sometimes what kind of enemy, or at least some kind of an idea what the enemy looks like on one or multiple pathways. Now, you're probably thinking, well, at least the game tells me what's coming up ahead on one of the pathways, and I can probably be on the lookout for any surprises, and you probably will be safe. I'm going to completely end that thought right now. I want you to pay attention to exactly what I'm telling you right now. If you, the one watching this video, are thinking about playing this game, listen to me. You will die a lot. There is nothing you can do about this. If you're doing a blind playthrough of this game and you have no idea what's going to happen, you're going to die a lot in this game. But that's the fun of this game. The unknown things about this forest will always have you at attention, and you will always need to be in an area where there is nothing but total silence, because you have to listen out just in case something tries to do something to you. And even then, you still might die. Now, here's an important question. Is this game trial and error? Yes, of course, this game is trial and error, but is it hard trial and error? Safely, I can say no, this game isn't hard trial and error. Sometimes you can actually get through a part of a game by complete luck or just by paying that much close of attention. And then sometimes when you die from something that you didn't know what was coming, the second go around, you will usually know how to get around it. Now, I say usually. Sometimes you gotta just stop and take a look around, and it will be that obvious to you of what you need to do. But the fun doesn't stop there. As you go along through this forest, you will find notes scattered about. Do not, I repeat, do not skip these notes. Always be on the lookout for notes, because a lot of these notes will give you some type of warning of something that's to come, probably immediately. And sometimes these notes will give you warnings about something that's to come later on in the game, but make sure you remember that, because if you die, the first thing you will say is, I remember reading about this person or entity early on in this game. I guess I can give away one little spoiler that really isn't going to spoil anything from this game. It's just me extending my hand to help out the fellow people who want to give this game a go. There are many buckets in this game, but if you find an obvious bucket somewhere in this forest, be warned. Do not touch the bucket. That will be the only hint I will be giving you throughout this whole experience. Good luck and Godspeed.